What if the weight of depression isn't a flaw in your thinking, but a different kind of intelligence? When we imagine someone facing depression, we often think of emotional pain and a lack of energy, but there's a hidden layer to this experience that challenges everything we assume. If you've ever been there or listened to someone who is, you might recognize a pattern of thinking that is strikingly clear and systematic. It's a perspective that cuts through the noise of everyday optimism. Some research even points to a phenomenon where individuals navigating depression can assess situations with a level of accuracy that others might miss. How can a state tied to deep feeling lead to such sharp, almost detached analysis? Let's explore the mind under depression. The concept known as depressive realism sits at the heart of this idea. Early studies revealed something fascinating. Participants were placed in a scenario with a randomly flashing light. Those not experiencing depression frequently believed their actions controlled the light more than they actually did. They saw influence where none existed. However, those with depressive symptoms were far more precise in their judgment. They correctly identified the lack of control. While the scientific debate continues, it suggests that for some, depression might remove the common filters of optimistic bias. This analytical lens often emerges from a place of significant loss. When something foundational is taken away, the mind scrambles for a foothold. Logic becomes a tool for survival, a way to map a new and painful reality. Grief, for instance, can shatter your world, but it can also force a brutal prioritization of what truly remains. Your focus narrows, stripping away non-essentials. What's left is a stark, unvarnished view. In the silence of hope, a piercing clarity speaks. This isn't a hopeful logic, but a deeply pragmatic one, evolved to solve complex problems when all other distractions have failed. Neurologically, this shift makes sense. The brain's reward pathways, which respond to pleasure, can become subdued. When the lure of positive emotion fades, thinking is less colored by potential rewards. Some scans even show increased activity in regions responsible for critical reasoning and foresight. The result is a cognitive style that weighs consequences with heavy precision. This is why many find themselves drawn to deep philosophical works or intense self-examination during these periods. Philosophies like Stoicism or existentialism don't feel like abstract theory to a depressed mind. They feel like a reflection of reality. Their focus on accepting hardship, confronting mortality, and building meaning from scratch resonates deeply. When blind optimism feels like a lie, these logical frameworks can provide a strange comfort. They validate the experience of seeing the world without its usual polish. However, this comes at a significant cost. A logic that constantly identifies risk can lead to emotional paralysis. Why pursue a goal when you can foresee every potential failure? Why connect with others when you anticipate the inevitable pain? This is the double-edged nature of depressive clarity. Truth without hope is a cage of its own. We need a balance, the ability to see the world clearly, but also the capacity to believe in positive action despite what we see. Healing isn't about rejecting this logical lens, but about integrating it with a sense of possibility. Your analytical mind during depression is a protective mechanism. It's your psyche's way of trying to solve an immense puzzle. Honor that strength, but remember to leave a door open for light. If this perspective connected with you, we'd be grateful if you like this video and follow Talk Psychology for more explorations of the mind. How have you navigated the balance between clear-eyed truth and hopeful action in your own journey? Share your story below.